The story we're tracking, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs on suicide watch at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center after two judges denied his request for bail.
Sean Diddy Combs, once hailed as one of the most influential figures in the music industry, is now at the center of a shocking criminal case. Allegations of sex trafficking and racketeering have led to his detention, marking a dramatic fall from grace. Federal authorities have revealed disturbing details, turning public opinion sharply against him. What once seemed like a celebrity untouchable by scandal is now a figure under intense scrutiny. Today, we'll examine the latest developments in the Diddy case, the evidence mounting against him, and what this means for his future.
This is just into the newsroom. A second judge has decided not to grant bail to Sean Diddy Combs. This is what we know today.
Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, is no stranger to fame. Over the years, he's become a powerhouse in the music world, shaping careers and redefining hip-hop. But now, his influence and power are under the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. Allegations against him have escalated from rumors to serious legal charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering. These charges are not just isolated incidents. They reflect a pattern of behavior that allegedly spans more than a decade, with victims ranging from women to minors.
Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in Manhattan after a grand jury indicted him. Multiple sources are telling ABC News.
Federal authorities arrested Diddy in New York after a raid on his Miami mansion, where disturbing evidence was uncovered, adding weight to the accusations. This marks a significant turning point in his life, going from a celebrated mogul to an inmate awaiting trial in federal custody. The gravity of these charges could lead to a complete dismantling of his public persona and career. The charges against Diddy are as severe as they are shocking. Federal prosecutors have accused him of orchestrating a sex trafficking ring that involved recruiting vulnerable women and minors who were allegedly exploited under his watch. These accusations are not limited to recent years, but reportedly span over a decade, painting a dark picture of his behind-the-scenes actions. During the raid on his Miami Beach mansion, investigators found firearms, ammunition, and large quantities of baby oil and lubricants, raising disturbing questions about the lifestyle he led. This case isn't merely about wealth and power. It reflects a deeper abuse of both. Diddy, who once seemed untouchable due to his status, is now facing a legal battle that could reveal the true extent of his actions. What's most unsettling is that these charges may only be the beginning. As more victims come forward, federal authorities believe this case will grow, potentially leading to over 100 new lawsuits. The allegations against him go beyond just criminal activity. They suggest a systematic abuse of power, where his influence allowed him to evade accountability for years. Now, as the full weight of the legal system comes down on him, his future hangs in the balance.
Center in Brooklyn, and he is in this very special portion of the facility that offers an extra layer of security for high-profile individuals who could be targeted among the general population.
Since his arrest, Diddy has been held at the Metropolitan Detention Center (MDC) in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for its harsh conditions. Life inside MDC is a far cry from the luxury Diddy is used to. The prison has been the site of multiple violent incidents, including inmate deaths from stabbings and suicides. This is the reality Diddy now faces, far removed from the opulence of his multi-million-dollar mansions. Diddy's legal team has voiced concerns about his safety and well-being while detained. He's currently being kept in a special housing unit, a 24-hour lockdown facility designed for his protection. However, former inmates and experts familiar with MDC have described the special housing unit as isolating and mentally grueling. For a man used to a life of freedom and privilege, this sudden change is significant. Diddy is now living in a cramped, windowless cell with minimal contact with the outside world. Even the food situation has become a source of complaint. Diddy, accustomed to dining on Michelin star meals, is now served prison standard meals, starting with cereal and fruit at 6 a.m. daily. Adjusting to these conditions has proven difficult, but it's unlikely to change soon, as his trial is still months away. The threat of violence also looms. While Diddy is kept away from the general population, former inmates have said that powerful gangs, such as the Bloods and Muslims, control much of the prison environment. Even with his wealth, Diddy is not immune to the dangers of life behind bars. Diddy's legal team has been aggressively fighting for his release on bail, arguing that his detention is hindering his ability to prepare for trial. However, the court has denied all bail requests, citing the severity of the charges and the potential risk of flight. The judge's decision means that Diddy will remain in custody until his trial date, which has yet to be set. This has left Diddy and his legal team in a difficult position, as they now must prepare his defense from within the confines of MDC. His defense team has maintained that Diddy is innocent of all charges. They argue that the allegations are part of a larger conspiracy aimed at bringing him down due to his immense influence in the music industry. Diddy's lawyers have pointed out that despite the overwhelming public scrutiny, the evidence presented so far doesn't prove his guilt. They claim that Diddy is fully prepared to fight these charges and clear his name once and for all. However, the prosecution appears equally prepared. They have been building their case for years, with extensive evidence collected from the raid on his mansion and interviews with alleged victims. If the prosecution's case holds up in court, Diddy could face decades in prison, bringing his long and storied career to an abrupt and catastrophic end. This legal battle will likely be long and intense, with both sides preparing for what could become one of the most high-profile celebrity trials in recent memory. Public reaction to Diddy's arrest has been mixed. Many fans, still loyal to the star, expressed disbelief, while others, especially those aware of the long-standing rumors, are less surprised. Social media has been buzzing with discussions about the case, and Diddy's sudden fall from grace has sparked countless debates about power, privilege, and justice in the entertainment world. Interestingly, despite his incarceration, Diddy recently broke his silence on Instagram to wish his daughter a happy birthday. This post has raised questions about how he was able to access social media, given the strict regulations in place at MDC. Some speculate that Diddy may have special privileges, while others believe that someone else, possibly a family member or staff, is managing his account in his absence. The post itself has generated controversy, with many wondering if this is another example of the rich and powerful bending the rules even when behind bars. While social media is buzzing, the general public remains divided on Diddy's guilt. Comparisons to other high-profile figures like Jeffrey Epstein and R. Kelly are common, with many drawing parallels between the accusations against these men and the ones Diddy now faces. The court of public opinion, much like the legal court, is split. Diddy's case is far from over, and the legal battle ahead is bound to bring more revelations and drama. For now, he remains in custody at MDC Brooklyn, awaiting trial on charges that could permanently alter his legacy. As this case develops, the world will watch closely, and the outcome will have far-reaching consequences not just for Diddy, but for the broader conversation about accountability in the entertainment industry. The charges of sex trafficking and racketeering are serious, and if convicted, Diddy's future could be behind bars for decades. His legal team continues to maintain his innocence, but the prosecution is determined to prove otherwise. How this case plays out could set a precedent for future cases involving high-profile individuals. Share this video with others to keep the conversation going, and let us know your thoughts on the case in the comments below. Will Diddy clear his name, or is this the end of his empire?